Welcome, everyone. I'm just going to allow a few minutes for more people to join, and we'll start shortly. I'll just wait for the team at EduVation to let me know when to begin.
Yes, you could start now. Sorry for waiting.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining I believe, the first online session of today's events. My session is on universal design for learning towards inclusive education. I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time to join the session today. I'd also like to thank the team at EduVation for putting together this gathering of educational enthusiasts. So my name is May Elnimer, and I'll be your presenter today. Currently, I'm the Chief Academic Officer at the Continental School group of schools. I'm an educator, I'm a disability advocate, I'm a mother to a bright and beautiful young lady with cerebral palsy. My journey in working with special needs and people with disabilities started long before I had my daughter. But now with her in my life, my perspective has definitely changed, and I have become more steadfast on making her life and the life of other people like her more fulfilling, accessible, and to educate the community on the many benefits and skills, abilities and talents that we and the entire world can benefit from simply by becoming more inclusive. So recently, together with my daughter, we have founded a disability advocacy and advice foundation called Includable International. We support schools, educational facilities, workplaces, any other entity wishing to become more inclusive in doing so. So currently our work is focused on disability inclusion. I like to help people understand what inclusive education is, and I like to support them on their journey to making it a reality. So today's presentation has been planned through a UDL, or Universal Design for Learning lens, and a copy of this presentation, well, when I start presenting, along with so many other resources, will be available for you to view and comment on after our session on a Padlet page that I've created specifically for today. I have designed the presentation to act like a manual, so as I'm presenting, you might find it's quite text heavy. Don't worry, I will not be reading every word. But I designed it to become a manual so that you can always go back to it and use it as and when necessary. It's also designed to be read by text-to-speech programs, and I know that there will also be a recording. I know that we're recording now, so a recording of this session will also be available for you to view afterwards, and that will be taken care of by the team at EduVation. So just a few notes before we begin. Throughout this session, I'll like to be interacting with you all. So currently, if you keep your mics on mute, but please feel free when we have discussions to raise your hand, and I'll invite you to speak, to share your views and to gain experience from your expertise as well. So I usually run my sessions on site on an in-person situation. And that gives me a chance to get to know my viewers. So when I start presenting, we're just going to take a few moments for me to get to know a little bit more about you. you just give me a second to prepare the presentation and share screen. Okay, so the title for today's presentation is Universal Design for Learning, and it's an introduction to the principles and guidelines. So for those of you who are familiar with Slido, on the next slide, you can either scan the QR code or you can go to slido.com and enter the code that you see, 311635. And if you can just let me know what your main vocation is. And it will appear for us live as you begin to answer. So you can either scan the QR code or you can go to slido.com. Okay, so I'll allow a few more minutes while more people log on. Okay, business and entrepreneurship. Do we have anyone from the medical or health field? Science researchers? More in education and academia? Arts and creative? Okay, all right. So it looks like the majority of us are in education, but we also have some people in business, in the arts. So I'm guessing maybe arts like marketing or digital media. All right. So thank you for sharing. Now, in true terms of universal design for learning, one of the core concepts is setting goals. So these are the goals of today's presentation. And to help you all regulate your attention, I always like to inform attendees of what the goals are, how long the session will last for, and how many slides we'll be going through. Now, I've put 90 minutes, but we will probably be finished by a little over an hour to allow a little bit of time for discussion. So we have number 40, we have 42 slides. You'll be happy to know we're already on slide 4.